Good Fortune is a love letter to Los Angeles, and that's a function of Aziz's love of the city.
LA is an amazing place to shoot. There's so many iconic films that have been shot there, but the LA we show is the LA that I know.
LA, it's going through a lot of change and transition, a lot of highs and lows, and Aziz's script really captures that moment that we're living in right now. LA comes across as its own character.
This movie was set in LA because LA is what inspired the movie, and to me really visually epitomizes what the movie's about.
I think this movie does a great job of capturing all the little areas of LA that make it special.
Ready and camera!
We ended up with this amazing list of locations that covers the greater Los Angeles area as a whole. You know, we're in Koreatown, we're in Bel Air, we're in West Hollywood, Silver Lake, Los Feliz, downtown.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You're serving this thing before me? This is how the robots win, you know. I love movies that take place in Los Angeles. As someone who lives in LA especially, I love recognizing things. I love discovering new things that are in LA. I like when people capture a snapshot of what LA is like right now at this moment in time, and the movie does that very well.
The week is over. Are you ready to go back?
You nuts? I was living in my car. Now I'm living in this giant house?
One of the things that Aziz's character covets the most and that I miss the most for sure once our lives swap is, as you would imagine, my home.
My favorite location was Jeff's house because it was so hard to find.
I set about finding a fantastic house for Jeff's. Aziz wrote this script with a house situated above the east side of Los Angeles. Where we ended up with Jeff's was very different kind of place.
We were initially gonna shoot in this house in Long Beach. It was a little cheaper. And I was like, I don't know, man, this doesn't really, I don't think Jeff would live in Long Beach. Who is he, Snoop Dogg? Like, what's happening? And then we found Jeff's house in Bel Air, and as soon as we walked in, like, yeah, this changes the movie, you know? Oh, whoa, you're having a disco floor in your house?
Yeah, it's my 40th is coming up, so I'm gonna blow it out a little bit.
Jeff's house was definitely one of those properties that satisfied everything, where it definitely had a clear driveway, had a picturesque view. I love the glass. When we would see Jeff or Arj reside in the space, that they were in a fishbowl.
Jeff's house is, I believe, something like a $40 million mansion in Bel Air. It's really fancy, and the house really was evocative of the difference between the people ordering food and the people delivering food.
Hey, thanks so much.
But also, it actually had an interesting look architecturally, and he could see the pool party and the dance party and all those scenes happening in that space.
Yeah, my house is a really strange architectural house. The lines are very long and clean, but it is a weird house to be in, and it's kind of hard to navigate, and there's kind of no traditional entryway or anything like that, and so the feng shui is a little off, I think.
There's a lot of simplicity and zen, kind of feelings with bonsai trees and a lot of nature that, you don't necessarily get to have someone watering plants in your home all the time to keep them alive if you don't have money like Jeff. It's just those little details that you see on top of how Seth portrays Jeff. And after the switch, the house stays very similar because Arj truly is just taking over Jeff's life. Every part of Jeff's life, including the home and all of his electronic doodads and all of that, he gets to then incorporate that into his life, which is the desire.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah?
Whose house is this?
Your house.
All right. 2 cameras, hey, Mark. Hey, Mark. Straight. Set, ready, and background! And action!
I love that taco stand that we shoot at. I used to always drive by that place. That's in my head when I was writing it, and I think it's very LA right now.
Aziz. Really likes to find locations and embrace them for what they are. The taco stand was really taking the space as it is and being really authentic to that.
That taco pop-up is the real taco stand on that sidewalk. That's the actual vendor.
The key was to have those people. It's their pop-up and it's their lights. And we ended up putting it exactly where it normally goes in the lot.
And it's kind of an iconic spot too, you know, next to the 99-cent store. And you get the flavor of who is walking by and who is inhabiting these spaces.
Come on over here, Elena from Lumber. You cool with these fixins?
I am.
I went a little heavy on the green sauce. Is
That's
that okay?
always good.
I love the idea of those two characters, how they meet there in the beginning and that's where they are at the end. And it just felt like such a sweet, very LA romantic spot for their little meet cute to happen. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to shoot there.
How did you guys meet each other?
We kind of met at a taco place.
And you're going for more tacos? That's too many tacos, man. That's an all-taco relationship.
It's a lot.
Yeah, yo, go to Dunsmore. That's nice. She'll like that.
Aside from the taco stand, we have Dunsmore. And it was very important for Aziz to actually choose restaurants that are delicious, that they look good.
Aziz, in terms of what informs place, is really important to him. A specificity of place was written in mind for Good Fortune. There was no other restaurant other than Dunsmore.
This wine is drinking great, and this food is eating great. Be careful. You can get me gout tonight.
Since we opened the restaurant in Glassell Park in the middle of 2022, Aziz has been coming in, and when he approached me about doing Good Fortune here at Dunsmore, I was really pumped because I've always known that Aziz was really into food and very knowledgeable. So like when I got the news, I was like, let's fucking go.
It has been such a pleasure serving you guys. Dinner's on us tonight.
What?
No.
Yeah. What?
Yes?
What?
Dunsmore is not far from where Elena lives. His experience with Elena sitting kind of at their version of a chef's table, the counter there closest to the oven, where he can interact with the people making the food. That's where Aziz wanted to shoot.
It's funny how we met here for the first time. He was eating the pork and green chili stew, and he talked about how it reminded him of like an old Indian grandma dish. And then he's like, there's a reason that I was touched by the food. And he explained to me when he goes back to India that he doesn't like to go to fancy restaurants and eat out. He likes to like go dig in and kind of like try to keep a grandma restaurant at the top. So we're really stoked to be doing this project.
Oh, that's drinking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's watch that back. I always thought it would be cool to open this movie with Keanu on Griffith Park, so we did it.
I moved to Los Angeles, 10 years ago because Aziz was living here, and we've spent a lot of our, lives here, making memories, working, and me and Aziz, our whole time in LA have lived basically, adjacent to Griffith Park.
The observatory is Gabriel's perch. We don't see other angels there. We just see him. And we see him in an iconic place. It says LA, La La Land, rebel without a cause, for sure. In Gabriel's case, I think it's a place from which he can sit and be with himself and also kind of think about the city and where he wants to make a difference.
The observatory, believe it or not, was one of the hardest locations that we had to nail down. And it's the opening of the movie, so it was a must-have. In fact, when Aziz went to the studio and sold them on 3 more days, that sales pitch began with the observatory. So we had to get it. We put Keanu on a built set piece that matches the dome, so we can do the visual effect of him standing on the dome, which is this amazing opening shot. To put that set piece into position, we would need to do it overnight. And the observatory was hands down not gonna do it. I said, well, we need political help. And we got Councilmember Nitiya's office and the mayor's office also, so that was nice.
The observatory's always had a special place in Aziz's heart, and I think it's a great place to introduce Gabriel, this character who's observing Los Angeles.
Martha?
Yes, Gabriel.
Is there any way I can have more meaningful duties like Azrael? I want to guide people.
I don't think Aziz ever wanted to have the angel's nest like at the observatory. And he's like, hey man, let's hang out tonight drive me around and show me the rooftops that exist that have this scaffolding and this neon where the angel's nest would be.
All right, everyone, let's gather around.
I had pitched the Park Plaza, which is now called the MacArthur, as the rooftop for the Angels, where we can see a different perspective of the city, and there's something that's old Los Angeles. You know, all this history that's in this building and on the exterior of this building. He was really struck by that.
This shot does remind me of some of the shots in like Dark Knight and Inception, where there's kind of like a meeting on the roof, and I like the camera move that Adam and the team have given us here.
We could do a drone shot, or we could do some kind of a crane shot, looking at the City of Angels from that particular perch, in that particular perspective, which of course down below is where Aziz envisioned this story being told, not far away.
I drive around LA, I see the homeless, houseless crisis that has befallen us, and I did not know that you were a part of that, and I don't want you to be.
When I lived outside of LA and was thinking about LA and Hollywood, it was very glossy, very sunny, a lot of palm trees, really clean. And when you come here, there is a grit.
Our just world is in Hollywood. And Hollywood in our movie is a land of homeless, dilapidated buildings and burnt out places. LA is a city that, frankly, right now is very broken.
And then at a certain point, you go, that's LA. What do you mean? And the fact that that's what it's become is so sad. And to me, it's what the movie's about.
These are pretty deep questions that the movie actually takes on. And the thing that I'm really impressed with that Aziz has done is takes on these questions, but he does it with this humor that is a great way to deliver that message.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joblo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.